Hi there, welcome back. I want us to revisit Euclidean geometry. Euclidean geometry, I have a pair of parallel lines here. A pair of parallel lines. And crossing the parallel lines, we have what is known as a transversal. Now, we want to determine the sizes of the angles which are formed with the parallel lines and the transversal. The first one is angle A. Angle A, how big is angle A? We are given this angle to be 110 degrees. And we should remember that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees, right? So A plus 110 degrees should give us 180 degrees. Two angles which add up to 180 degrees, we say they are supplementary. So A and 110 degrees there, they are supplementary. And we say the reason, remember, in Euclidean geometry, you are supposed to give a reason for every one of your answers. So on this one, we are saying they add up to 180 because they are angles on a straight line. They add up to 180 degrees. That is our reason here. So A is equal to 180 minus 110 degrees, and this is equal to 70 degrees. So A is equal to 70 degrees here. And then we go to B. B is equal to what? We don't need to calculate B here. B is equal to 110 degrees. It's 110 degrees because they are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. This is our reason. Vertically opposite angles are equal. And then we have angle C also. Angle C is here. It's equal to 70 degrees because we said A is 70, so C is also 70, and the reason is vertically opposite angles are also equal. And then, all right, for C and also for B, we could give a different reason. Looking at B, and we already know A is equal to 70. We can also say A plus B is equal to 180 because they are angles on a straight line. We could also say for C, C and 110, these two angles, they are angles on a straight line. So we could say C plus 110 is equal to 180, and the reason will be angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Okay, we are jumping to go to the other part. On this one, I want to start with angle E. Angle E is equal to what? Angle E is equal to angle C, which is equal to 70 degrees. These two angles are equal because they make a Z, a pair of parallel lines with a transversal. There is a Z which is formed there, and these Z angles, we say they are alternate angles, and alternate angles are equal. That's our reason. Alternate angles are equal. So E is equal to C and is equal to D. So it is equal to 70 degrees. And then we have angle D also. Angle D, there's two ways to get it, or there's three ways to get it. Which one should I take? All right. angle D is equal to 110 degrees. The reason that I want to give this time is corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. So D here is corresponding with 110. So corresponding angles are equal. We can look for other angles which are corresponding to each other. I have G is equal to C, so it's equal to 70 degrees. Their corresponding angles are equal. Also, G here is corresponding to C, right? And then we are left with F. How big is F? F is here. We have agreed that G is equal to 70 degrees. G plus F is equal to 180 because they are angles on a straight line. We could also say D is equal to F because they are vertically opposite angles. Or we could make use of E also. F plus E is equal to 180 degrees. They are angles on a straight line. Or we could also say F is equal to B. That's 110 degrees because they are corresponding angles, right? So F is equal to 110 degrees. There is quite a number of reasons that you can give. For this one, let's just say vertically opposite angles are equal. D and F, they are vertically opposite angles. All right. Let's go to another problem. Let's go to another problem on Euclidean geometry. Determine the value of x on this problem. We are given that this angle here is 2x plus 60 and this angle is 4x minus 40. What do you know about these two angles? These two angles are equal from what we have discussed earlier on. So here we are saying 2x plus 60 is equal to 4x minus 40. 2x plus 60 is equal to 4x minus 40. We need to give a reason here also. It's vertically opposite angles are equal. This and that one are vertically opposite angles, so they are equal. That's the reason why we equated them here. 2x plus 60 is equal to 4x minus 40. Now, to get the value of x, we now have an equation here. We just have to solve the equation for x. The easiest way to do this is to take 2x to the right and then you take 40 to the left. So I'm going to have 60, 40 is negative here. When it goes to the other side, it becomes positive. It's equal to 4x. Our 2x is positive here. When it goes to the other side, it becomes negative. So we have here 4x minus 2x. We get a 2x, and this side is 100. Divide both sides by 2. So your x is equal to 50 degrees. Your x is equal to 50 degrees. Now, when you have your x, you can now determine the actual size of this angle by replacing an x with 50. It will be 2 multiplied by 50, that's 100. Then 100 plus 60, that's 160 degrees. And then 4 multiplied by 50 is 200. Subtract 60, that's 106. Subtract 40, that's 160. So it proves that the two are equal. And then looking at this one, from what we discovered earlier, from what we discussed earlier, we saw that 40 40 plus x plus 25 is equal to 180. We want to determine the value of x here. So these are angles on a straight line. We said they are equal to 180 when you add them, right? So 40 plus x plus 25 is equal to 180. The reason why we say so, angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So we solve this equation now for x. We take 40 and 25 to the other side so as to isolate x. So we have x is equal to 180 minus the sum of 40 and 25. So your x then is equal to 115 degrees. Okay, so x is equal to 115 degrees, and we said angles which add up to 180 degrees, we call them supplementary angles. Okay, this one we have got 3 angles here, and these 3 angles are completing a revolution, right? Complete circle. We call these angles around a point, right? Angles around a point, you know, a complete circle is 360 degrees, right? So also angles around a point, they add up to 360 plus 5x, they are supposed to add up to 360 degrees, and we say angles around a point, they add up to 360 degrees. That is our reason there. So we solve for x in this equation. 4x plus 3x plus 5x. What do we get? 4 and 7. That is 12. It gives us 12x is equal to 360. 12x is equal to 360. And then how do you find the value of x there? We divide both sides by 12. So your x then is equal to 30 degrees. Your x is equal to 30 degrees. That's how we deal with Euclidean geometry for grade 8 and grade 9. Remember, practice makes perfect. So continue practicing. Enjoy.